Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Hey, would you like a brand new T-shirt representing your favorite show? Well, we don't have one, but we do have one for our show. And
why do they have that Green Bubba Beans shirt still available?
That's true. That's it. You're right. You can get that. But if you want a shirt not representing your favorite show, then try the BJ and Migs Wordle shirt, because you probably like the Wordle. And, I don't know how many tries it's going to take before you actually buy this, but, we'll give you 5 tries, right?
I only needed 4 tries today.
Oh, okay.
Suck it, Danny.
Okay, this is how it gets.
Yes.
But you know what? You can be part of this aggressive Wordle behavior, this aggressive Wordle culture. Get your BJ and Migs Wordle shirt right now in the Rock Shop at KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to play Big Migs.
Hey, I don't understand it. Usually the Rev does this.
Yeah, but it's me today.
I don't understand it. Usually Sarah fills in when the Rev doesn't do it.
Yeah, but she's not here, so it's me. You get me. Enjoy.
Wow, we are really down to the well, you know what they say, just like last night with the Sounders, next man up.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, I pitched the idea of me hosting Beat Migs, but you guys were like, no, Steve. That gives you an unfair advantage.
Yeah, it's very true. It took us a while to get to that decision, but we think it would be unfair.
Well, like you did mention, oh, no, you didn't mention
Hey, everybody. Vicky's using my voice now.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I need to stop hanging out with BJ, is what needs to happen.
I think pretty much that's what everybody says.
Anyways, it's Thursday, so let's get cracking!
Release the Kraken.
Sploosh.
Hey, you remembered the sploosh.
Okay.
I do love the sploosh.
Sounded very moist.
Don't flag that, by the way, her loving the thing.
The sploosh.
No, don't say it.
Playing today with the sploosh, TJ's Young Milk. I just want to use that anytime I can today.
TJ, you got the sploosh?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yay!
All right, then.
You know what that means, Steve?
Now he needs to take some medication?
That, and then you need to get out.
Okay.
Well, go see a doctor for that. But those playing at home, we have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions, and you can pass all you want. And you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, TJ?
Yep.
What is the first animated movie that was made entirely by CGI?
Roger Rabbit.
Nope.
Cars.
Nope.
Pinocchio. I don't know.
Nope. What's the term used for the perimeter of a circle?
Ooh.
Circumference.
That is right. What's the name of the disembodied hand in the Addams Family?
I have no idea. Pass.
What kind of animal is Annie Sue in The Muppet Show?
Ooh.
Cat, dog, horse.
Nope. What is the currency in Belgium?
Euro.
That is right.
Nice.
Soda, potato, and corn are all types of what food item?
Starch.
Nope.
Repeat the question.
Soda, potato, and corn are all types of what food item?
Ooh.
Soda.
Mm-hmm.
Snacks. I don't know.
Pass.
Vodka.
No.
Vodka.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence co-starred alongside in the 2021 Netflix movie titled Don't Look What?
Back.
No.
Oh.
That is too
Boy.
correct.
Sploosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to say the soda, potato, corn questions got me stumped. I'm looking forward to this answer.
right.
I really, really am. And if
Curious if
Steve
Steve's
gets it,
gonna
I'll
get
be
it.
so mad.
I mean,
If he
he's
gets
kind of
this,
an idiot
yeah.
savant. He might.
Wow. I agree with half of that.
I am a savant.
That's sorry. I mean, half empty, half full right on that one.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Ah, yes!
What is the first animated movie that was made entirely by CGI?
The Incredibles.
No.
Shrek.
No.
Toy Story.
Yes.
Good call, you jerk.
What is the term used for the perimeter of a circle?
Celsius.
No.
Circumference.
Yes. What is the name of the disembodied hand in the Addams Family?
Thing.
Yes. What kind of animal is Annie Sue in the Muppet Show?
Annie Sue is a pterodactyl.
No.
A sheep.
No.
A horse.
No. What is the current currency of Belgium? Or in Belgium?
Yen.
No.
Euro.
Yes. Soda, potato, and corn are all types of what food item?
Pop.
No.
Soda. Water.
No.
Potato chips.
No. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence co-starred alongside the 2021 Netflix movie titled Don't Look What?
Back.
No.
Down.
No.
Up.
Yes.
Oh.
Hey.
What type of bridge is the Golden Gate Bridge?
A car bridge.
No.
You're not wrong, except that they also, I think, bicycles can go across it too. Maybe people.
A transportation bridge.
Yeah. Is it a suspension bridge?
It is. And
Yeah.
Steve got 5 correct, which is a win.
Oh, sorry, TJ.
5 out of 2.
Yeah, it was a tough one. That was that soda, the soda potatoes corn thing. Really, I would have effed me over.
That threw me off.
It's going to piss you off.
I would. How about carbs? Carbohydrates? What kind of food?
Bread.
Bread. Soda bread, potato bread, corn bread.
Soda bread. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
No.
That's right.
I didn't write this question.
No, I argue with that. I mean, what kind of food are they? We don't call
Type of
soda a
food
bread.
item.
Soda bread.
Soda bread.
Yeah,
There's
but what was
there's
the
a type of food called?
What
soda
was the
bread.
question again?
Soda, potato, and corn are all types of what food item?
Oh, it does.
Yep.
It does.
Cornbread,
track.
potato
Yeah.
bread,
Soda bread.
soda bread.
Yeah, you win. Son of a.
I'm trying to remember if I've ever had soda bread.
Oh, I have. It's usually served around St. Patrick's
St. Patrick's
Day,
Day.
yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had it either, Steve.
Delicious.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it better than sourdough?
No,
All right.
sourdough's king. But
Don't waste my time.
the soda bread's cool because they use like carbonation or something or something.
Well, they better use carbonation if it's called soda bread.
So it makes it more like porous and delicious.
Oh, small bubbles inside of it and stuff. Yeah.
All right.
The story about the short but fascinating history of Irish soda bread.
I'm surprised you're reading it.
I'm not gonna. Even though I said it's short and fascinating, and usually I'll click on those things, but
it
it's
looks
more
pretty
than-
long. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
long. That's longer than it's.
That's like a full novel.
Yeah, that's not short at
It's
all.
still going.
Yeah, that's clickbait right there, buddy.
Yeah, that wasn't very short.
Like, where's the too long didn't read section?
TLDR, baby.
All right. Do you guys know what kind of animal Annie Sue was in the Muppet Show?
You should know this, Danny. I thought you were a big Muppet Show guy.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say she's a seahorse.
No. I mean, it's funny because I think both of you guys
Monkey.
guessed horse. She is a pig.
Annie Sue's a pig?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know either.
You mean so before Miss Piggy there was another pig?
Unless it's like one of their friends, because I always see a bunch of pigs hanging
Is
around.
she one of the pigs in space?
Maybe.
Okay.
Cerditos
Oh, no,
en el
She looks
espacio.
exactly like Miss Piggy
I don't
with
know.
curly
Annie's-
hair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Annie Sue at all. I don't know
Oh,
her
is
at all.
that Kermit's new girlfriend?
Well, Kermit has a type then.
Yeah, no, I think I remember when they broke up, she was hooking up with Nathan Fillion in the new show, and then I think Kermit started dating another
She's
gal.
a rival for Kermit's attention.
Ah.
Vicky, you know way too much about all this.
Only because I love Nathan
She seems
Fillion.
kind of psycho though, because apparently she was also viewed Miss Piggy as a role model.
Yeah,
Wanted to do, that's like single white female type stuff right there.
to be fair, though, Miss Piggy was kind of psycho herself, so, yeah.
And single white female is a movie that probably no one even knows anymore.
No, they have no,
No, we
idea.
do not.
Gosh,
It's
man.
sort of like Fatal Attraction. I feel like these were powerful movies, and yet people don't know.
Danny, have you ever seen that movie?
Nope.
Oh, it's a great movie. But who am I to tell you?
It's about a single white female.
Yeah,
You didn't
he's
know.
a psychopath.
Psycho white female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Steve. You got 5
Well,
correct out of 2.
congratulations
I'm like,
to you,
I don't know this
buddy.
movie. I was getting it confused with the one with Glenn Close and the bunny.
Did you know
That's
that
Fatal Attraction.
Okay, yeah.
Did you know that there's a single white female too?
No, I
came
didn't,
out-
I didn't enjoy that movie so much that I needed to see a second one.
It came out in 2005. Almost, 13 years after the original.
Yeah, the original Bridget Fonda, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer Jason Leigh was in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I hardly even recognize Jennifer Jason Leigh, but she's really super young there.
Oh, it's a great movie. I remember watching that and being like, this is such a good film.
Yeah, she's a good actor, Jennifer.
I'm sure it doesn't stand the test of time.
I don't know. I mean, if it's suspenseful and a thriller, it may.
That's-
If you don't know what's happening, it's tough with a lot of movies that where you don't know what's going to happen, but then you that's part of the movie, and then you find out, and it's kind of hard for a rewatch.
And the sequel is direct to video.
Of course, it is.
So it didn't even make it onto the big screen.
Oh, so sorry for that. And Fatal Attraction. Which one was? Oh gosh. The blonde woman that was also in Total Recall.
Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone.
What was she in? Was that
Basic Instinct?
Okay.
That's the one where she does her leg thing.
Yeah. Okay. So it was Fatal Attraction with the Bunny Boiler and Glenn Close.
But they were around the same time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man.
Yeah, the femme fatales, man.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with these ladies.
No, you don't. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. This is a wonderful opportunity for you. Maybe nobody listens to you in your life. Maybe that's the way it should be, but we will anyway. We'll still give you an opportunity. You just have to follow Steve's rule. That's it.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, there we are. Whoa. We're going to gong you and then say goodbye.
All right, one way or the other, something's going to happen. I can see you later, buddy. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted in and said, guys, have you seen the Weird Al Yankovic trailer? It looks awesome. I have. Have you seen it?
I have not seen the trailer because I honestly do not have any interest in this.
You better watch your mouth.
I'm not saying it's bad.
You don't want to watch Harry Potter play Weird Al?
It is weird because it looks like Harry Potter dressed up as Weird Al in like a cosplay thing. It's so strange because he still looks like Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that he wants to go do other stuff, but he does really look like, you're right, he looks like Harry.
It almost, and I'm excited to see it. Like I am very curious about it, but it almost looks like a parody, like SNL spoof, like commercial. You know what I mean? Because it's just, you know what Weird Al looks like, so it's weird seeing like this biopic. And then Weird Al has abs because at one point Weird Al is like shirtless in the trailer because Daniel Radcliffe is in phenomenal shape.
Yeah.
But I don't think Weird Al ever had abs.
Probably not.
I don't remember that, yeah. And, look, he could very well do a great job. I may watch it just because I want to see how his acting chops are because he continues to act. I haven't seen a whole lot from Ron and Hermione, basically, because Emma and Rupert. I haven't seen from the trio of Harry Potter, but he continues to stay in the news as an actor a lot.
But I'm watching the trailer. There's one part where, yes, Weird Al is shirtless, and he's coming out almost like he's like Jim Morrison, like just strutting out on the stage, like. And he's crushing a bottle of whiskey.
And it's a biopic, so I gather this has got to be stuff Al did.
So is there like something that's going on with Weird Al that I don't remember, that him like just having a drinking issue? I guess I need to watch the movie.
Yeah, we have the clip on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, but like Steve talks about, here he is, just a swig, just chugging the whiskey right before he's got the accordion going.
Hope you guys are ready for this. A surgeon. Anyone got an accordion?
Well, maybe it's a parody of rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Surprises.
So maybe when he's doing that,
it could be.
It's to make him look like he's doing some hard rock stuff, and then he pulls out
that makes me feel better. I don't remember the dark side of Weird Al.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I'm ready for a movie about the dark side of Weird Al. That's like seeing a dark side of Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. I am.
Have you ever seen Weird Al live?
No.
I highly recommend it.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, I went into it and we had listeners that were goofing on like, you better watch what you're saying about Weird Al. He puts on one of the best live performances. I'm like, whatever. So I went and saw him. I think it was at the Fifth Avenue Theater.
Yeah.
amazing.
It's funny you
It's
say-
so good. You don't need to be a fan of Weird Al. You will have the best time of your
Really?
life.
I mean, that is shocking to me that that he has such a great performance that, because I mean, look, I've seen his videos. They're fun and everything, but I wouldn't, like, my brain goes, do I really want to go and see a live show of him?
He's the ultimate showman.
Well, that's cool.
It's funny you say that because one of my best friends back in Albuquerque used to be a big Weird Al fan, and he tried to get me to go to the show, and I was just like, absolutely not. There's no way you could pay me to go to that.
You need to see him.
The next day he came and he's like, it was a phenomenal show. However, he didn't, I guess apparently Weird Al doesn't like to be filmed or like have cell phones there. So like people, if he saw a cell phone out, he would get it and he would throw it to his security guard in the middle of a song because he was like, and they would like lock it up at the back of the stage until after. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, when I saw him, it was before everyone had video on their cell phones.
Fair
It
enough.
was like, we were like still living in the flip phone days.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit out of those, but nobody had like the ability to film stuff on their cell phone. So like man, it was a great show. I'd be so pissed though if he took my phone and threw it to somebody.
Right. So
I'd
would
like,
I be,
Yo,
yeah.
Weird Al, you and I got some words.
Yeah, we do. And it's on Roku. So
Yeah.
I have a Roku. Can I get it if I
The
don't?
channel's free.
Oh, it is. So if I get the Roku app on something else, it's not a Roku?
I don't know how these things work, but why are they making it difficult for
Yeah,
me? Just
I don't-
put everything on Netflix and let's call it a day.
Though that's what they used to do, but everybody wants a piece of the pie now.
Somebody says it is intended to be a spoof on biopics.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that's kind of fun in its own way.
Is it biopics or biopics?
I think it's biopic.
Yeah,
I used to thought it was
both.
biopic myself, but I
Biography picture is what I
Right, it's
think
two
from
words
it.
put together, but I've heard people call it a biopic. And
I
I'm like,
did too.
that's
But I
right.
think you're right, Steve. I think it's biopic.
That sounds like you're going to the doctor. Where like I need to go get my biopic
Yeah.
today.
Or if you're trying to sound more like extra, like fancy douchey.
Oh,
like,
that too.
I just saw the latest Weird Al biopic.
I don't know if they'd say it that way. That sounds like Forrest Gump trying to be fancy douche.
Sounds like your impression of me earlier this morning.
Well, you know what? It was kind of spot on.
I want to see this movie.
All right, so it's on
Roku.
Yeah,
The
Roku.
Roku channel. Apparently, Funny or Die is one of the production companies putting this
It's
on.
going to be ridiculous.
I didn't realize this, but Evan Rachel Wood is playing Madonna in this.
Oh, and she's amazing.
Oh yeah, she looks great. I
She's
just looked at
she's the
pictures.
main lead in Westworld.
Yes.
Someone says the Weird Al's origin, though, is great. He used to do open mics where they would do folk music, and he would come out and do a theme to 2001 A Space Odyssey on his accordion. Another person says, there's a big debate going on right now because Weird Al should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I believe he should be in there more than most stipulations.
Well, he qualifies.
I don't
he
disagree.
qualifies. It's surely not the rock part that would keep him out of there. But yes, I agree with that. He's done some amazing stuff.
Also, when you think about it, as a recording artist, he's had more longevity and been more successful than most of the artists that he's done parodies of.
That's true.
So I wonder why he hasn't. Has he been nominated ever?
I don't know. Maybe they don't view him as a serious thing because he's writing song parodies.
That's still dumb. I mean, we know here locally. I mean, Bob Rivers for the radio business still has to be considered one of the best parody song makers ever. And I think he legitimized it because Bob did his Twisted Tunes before we knew of Weird Al.
No,
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Not me, but I'm not everyone.
Well, I mean, I remember Bob doing the. Well, I don't know. That's a good question, Steve. I don't know who came first because I've known Bob a long time.
Man, I would have been willing. Now I'm worried, but I would say I'd be willing to put like money on it. Or breakfast that Weird Al came first.
Weird Al started in 1976.
Yeah.
When did we hear about Weird Al? Because I feel like I
had to be in the 80s, man.
Yeah, right. And so Bob, I know some of his stuff was in the 80s too. Wasn't it?
Dude, I'd never heard of Bob Rivers until I started working in radio. No offense to Bob.
Well, I heard. That's what I'm saying. I remember Bob when he was on doing the Billboard stuff for Baltimore, and I thought he was doing his Twisted Tunes shortly after that.
But I think like you're a radio guy, so it's like a bubble almost.
According to Google, it says that his first hit was My Bologna in 1979.
Okay,
and then 2 years later, that's when he made his chart debut.
Yeah, but I remember My Bologna. So I think that counts.
Yeah.
So when do we know? When did the 12 Pains of Christmas happen? I think that was the first Bob Rivers Twisted Tune that really it got national acclaim.
Like I Am Santa Claus. I feel like that was the one I remember in college radio we would play during the Christmas season.
And that's a good one. But the 12 Pains was also one that was spreading all over the country.
According to Google again,
Google's never wrong.
I know. More Twisted Christmas came out in 1997.
Really? Oh, you win, Steve. I guess it's a lot later than I remember.
He had a hit. I I would say maybe even a little bit earlier than that, Bob had some kind of notoriety with, like, I Am Santa Claus. When did that come out? Because that was, like, one that was, like, being played on, like, I think they even played it on MTV, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you're right. I Am Santa Claus was a huge, huge hit.
November of 1993.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, though, that's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. And what about...
I should have bet breakfast.
How about... what about the other one, Vicky? What about the 12 Pains of Christmas? When did that come out? That's the one I remember when all of a sudden everybody said, this Bob Rivers tune this radio guy's got a tune that everybody's loving.
According to Google, it says 97.
Yeah, not even close to 1979.
Well, all right,
okay.
You would have had breakfast, buddy.
But here's another one that says the 12 Pains of Christmas went on air at WAAF in 1986.
That's it.
That's still 9 years after.
Okay, you're right.
And Weird Al was doing, wasn't he like...
You're right.
I was such a nerd for Dr. Demento as a kid listening to him. I think Weird Al was doing stuff with him at first, too.
You may be right about that.
Could be
all right.
wrong.
Well, I would, at least for radio, I don't think anyone did a better parody song than Bob Rivers.
No, and that's what I mean. I'm not meaning disrespect to Bob, but to say that, like, he's not on Weird Al's level.
No, not at all. My point being was he got noticed nationally and Bob got a record contract with Arista Records because of what he did. So that is an amazing thing for some radio, because all of us did stupid radio bits way back in the day, but Bob did them so well.
He did do them great.
That he got national attention and a record deal.
There is a lot of pictures of Weird Al and Dr. Demento.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was even, Dr. Demento went.
So I get breakfast then? Is that what you're saying, Steve?
No.
Pretty much I think I won that.
Far from it.
And side note, we did see Dr. Demento in the trailer.
Yes.
He's played by Rainn Wilson.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
I need to see this, man.
Rainn Wilson is playing some amazing characters in his career. He's just doing such good stuff.
One time, I traveled with the Carnival for 11 years. I got to imagine you have a couple stories. But he said, I also met Weird Al so many times. Humble, soft-spoken, and that man and his band, they can drink some beer.
Oh, well, there you go. That's all that matters. And maybe make a song once in a while.
So is it like the Roku channel? Is there a channel on Roku?
We just asked. Were you here when we asked that question?
No, I did, but I'm like trying to because even a few people have texted as well. Like they're like confused. So if you have a Roku, do you have like a specific Roku channel?
Well, that's a good question, because Apple TV is a device, but there's also Apple TV Plus, which is an app.
Because I had Roku, but I don't know if I have a Roku. I'm sure I do.
Roku is a device, but does Roku also have an app?
Yes. So it says you can add the Roku channel through any Roku streaming device, compatible Samsung Smart TV, compatible Amazon Fire TV device, or directly free through the app.
No. There we go. I'll app it and beam it.
But what about Apple TV? Because that's what I bet. Do they have Apple TV? Because sometimes Apple does not let you do stuff like that.
According to their support site, no. But you can visit the Roku channel online through the web browser.
You can watch it on your phone or on your tablet.
I don't know. These are Apple products. I don't know if they'll let me. I'll have to find out.
There's a Roku app on Apple, I think.
On iOS and Android.
Oh, well, then why wouldn't it be on my Apple TV?
You're asking us questions we don't have answers to.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of competition.
I know you're not even going to watch this, so why am I even...
I might actually, because I do like Daniel Radcliffe. And by the way, before anybody gets mad, I know that Emma Watson did Beauty and the Beast, and she did some stuff. I know she has.
BJ.
Just lately, I don't know what Emma's done. And I know Rupert did some stuff in England or something, maybe? I don't know if Rupert, who played Ron, has done anything, but Daniel Radcliffe seems the most visible to me out of the three of them. You pick the topic, you guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So it said, oh my God, Migs, have you heard about the new Ice Wars show coming to the Fight app? That kid, AJ, that owns the Danbury Trashers, is putting this together. Have you?
What?
So AJ Galante, who's like that, the kid of the mobster, that whole documentary that was done, it's on Netflix, which is so dang good.
Oh, about the minor league hockey team?
Danbury Trashers from Danbury, Connecticut. Yeah, he's in cahoots with Fight, and they're doing a pay-per-view special at the end of this month, I believe, where they're having like guys that are in the NHL but fighters that played hockey, and they're going to just have a fight.
Like all the enforcer guys.
Yeah, the description is finally the most exciting part of hockey. Without the hockey, the revolutionary combat sport featuring some of the roughest and toughest players in the sport of hockey, battling it out for hockey enforcer supremacy. May 21st. It's going to be must-see TV.
Wow.
King of the Rink tournament.
Are you? How do you feel about this? I mean, you love hockey.
I'm not like I know some people get a little sensitive with fighting in hockey. I'm fine with fighting in hockey. So if two people are willing combatants, why is this any different than MMA, boxing? If I'm okay. In all honesty, I'm not paying for it. I'm definitely not going to drop any money for something like this. Like, it just seems like it's going to be ridiculous. But I sure as hell will watch the clips on social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw, like, it's funny, though. The rink is set up almost like it's like a miniature version of the rink. I got to find the clip of it.
So they're going to be on skates?
Yeah, they're fighting on skates.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's going to be super entertaining.
Wow. Okay.
May 21st.
I didn't realize that.
Who will be crowned king of the rink. And then there's just two guys, head-to-head, in like a mini rink.
Oh, wow, look at that.
With the helmets on and the gloves, and then whatever happens from there, hilarity will ensue.
Wow. Well, I mean, it is a part of hockey. They're just showing you that only that part of hockey.
The part that some people hate. Yeah. Other people love. I'm not like, I'm fine going to a game and not seeing a fight ever, but I also get really jacked up when there is a fight. I'm not gonna be like, no, man. It's been part of the sport forever, so I've never had an issue with it.
That, and I mean, you pointed this out to me of just when they get in fights, it usually amps up the other team members. Like,
win or lose, that jacks your team up.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, like, you either want revenge or you're just like, yeah, let's go.
And what I love about hockey fights is that there is still like a sense of like a code with that. Like, the moment one guy goes down, more often than not, the other guy backs off. Like, it's never like, you're never like trying to like legitimately hurt the guy. I know that sounds silly because you're punching each other, but you're not like trying to like permanently injure this guy, make it so he's going to miss a future game. It's like the moment you have the upper hand, you pretty much stop.
Yeah, I think that, people that understand whatever sports that are fighting sports understand that that's usually the case.
Right. You're not going for a kill shot at the end of it all.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's on the Fight app, you say?
Yeah, I guess May 21st on the Fight app. So you have to pay for it, in other words.
Okay. Well, you won't, but yeah. Let's go to Chris in Tacoma. Chris, you are on the Rock.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Morning, Chris. What you got for us, buddy?
Not to be a dead horse, but I saw Weird Al twice at the fair. Nice. By far one of the best concerts I've been to.
Oh, look at this.
One year he wasn't there. They had a tent set up, and it was like a 3D viewing of most of the videos and interviews. And I've seen a lot of 3D stuff, and that is by far the number one show I've ever seen in 3D. Wow. Better than IMAX, better than anything else.
I don't know if there's a better artist to see at the fair than Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is
right.
It's a perfect fair.
It's fun. It's ridiculous. I mean, seeing the Flaming Lips at the Washington State Fair was one of my favorite concert experiences because they are also the perfect fair band, but for different reasons. They're just trippy and weird, and the lights, and then you have rides behind them. It's something cool about that. But Weird Al is like, that's a performance.
And I don't know if it's ever happened because I'm ignorant to this, but I think wouldn't it be great if he was in Vegas as a residency, or has he done that?
I was thinking that when we were talking about the film in the last break. I'm like, that would be an amazing residency. I don't think he's ever done it.
No. I wonder if we're the only ones that would think it would be a show to go to, because I'd go.
Yeah, I just don't know. Maybe Vegas, like, we want places where that will attract the ladies. I don't know. Like, I feel like Weird Al is more of like, I don't know what it is. I don't think a demographic is a lot of females.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to sell
like Carrot Top, where, Carrot Top brings in all the
biatches.
The closest he's done to a residency was like a 5-night residency in Vegas in like 2015.
I wonder how that did. It had to have sold out.
Probably.
I would go see a Weird Al show.
It said it played to a small but appreciative crowd.
So that doesn't sound good. Small but appreciative? That usually means it's not. Mind. That means there will not be another residency.
They said that it was at the Planet Hollywood showroom.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
maybe it was a small room.
He's coming to the Moore Theater in June.
Let's go.
But it's sold out. Both nights.
Let's not go.
I guess we can't go.
2 nights?
2 nights sold out in Seattle.
So that's what it is. He's got super loyal following, and not enough to have Vegas go. You would bring in a lot of people, I guess.
I don't know, a lot of his...
Because it's got to be every night. It's every night he's got to fill the joint up.
He does have very loyal fans.
A lot of his shows have sold out.
Good for him.
Maybe he likes to hit the road. Maybe he doesn't want to be in one spot.
Could be.
That, and then once the movie comes out, I feel like the demand is going to be higher. So
if the movie,
he better get some abs if he wants to have like Daniel Radcliffe playing him.
I don't know, man. Roku... Roku's not exactly like the number one destination I think of for anything. I don't have any show that I watch on Roku.
But they might be forking over some cash to get you to watch Roku.
Well, okay.
You don't think?
I mean, no, I think you're right. It's just I'm not a big enough Weird Al fan to go make that trek.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like people thought I'm not paying to see Star Trek and Paramount Plus, but I was a true fan, like a really excited fan. I go, I will pay Paramount Plus just for this show. So yeah, maybe it'll be the same for Weird Al.
This could be the start for Roku to want to get into that game. You know what I mean? Like they're like, we just got a massive acquisition, Weird Al Yankovic.
And it's free anyway, right? The app is free. I think that's what we're hearing.
And that's what it's looking like on the website.
Right.
But they host a lot of actual shows too, which I have Roku and I had no idea because they have like
I got Two Broke Girls. It's one of the greatest shows I've ever made.
And Murder She Wrote, because of course
the second greatest show it's ever made.
Oh, they have all those shows on the Roku app, or again, it's just
on the Roku
app?
channel.
On the channel, okay. Which is different than the device. The device you can play the channel on the device, but you don't need the device to get that channel in certain. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Weird Al's tour starts. It started in April. He's touring like basically on the road through October.
Yeah, dude. I don't think that guy's having trouble paying his bills.
Jeez.
Good for him, man.
That's awesome.
And the perfect timing. And I forget when we said the Weird Al
fall
biopic is this fall.
Yeah, that's all I saw. I haven't seen the exact date just yet.
On the Roku channel. There you go. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Listeners on the loose.
Somebody had they wanted to ask us a question about like they need some advice when it came to a parking spot. I'm trying to find that.
Oh, well, you know us. We are, of course, expert parkers. Yeah, which I want to say the city of Seattle just makes it completely just difficult to figure out what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to park. They haven't painted those, so you don't know if that's a white line. Is it a white line? Is it not? Because it's such a pain in the ass to park in the city. They just don't want me to take my car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I truly believe that I'm...
Time to get back to skateboarding, BJ.
I am a total conspiracy theorist when it comes to the price of gasoline, and as they try to blame whatever they want to blame it on, when in reality, they just want us out of our cars.
Well, good luck.
The city does.
I'm never getting out of my car. I'm sitting in it right now.
You better by 2030, you better get an electric car, because I guess that's what, the governor wants.
I'm thinking hybrid next time. I'm going to ease my way into it.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I just don't trust it yet to go because my battery has just stopped. Now I know it's a different battery altogether, but I've had moments where my regular battery has just said, guess what? I'm done. And you're like, I'm stranded. There's nothing I can do. I'm done.
All right. This though has nothing to do with street parking, but parking in a parking lot.
I'm ready.
I like this one, man. This is so funny because I think everybody's been guilty of doing this. All right, I need some workplace advice. We have a new coworker that I've been given a pass on because, he's parking in my spot.
Oh, I hate that.
I've been parking in the same spot for 4 years. Everybody knows that it's my unofficial parking spot, my unofficial official spot. Passively, aggressively, I'm just getting here earlier to get my spot. But should I have a talk with him saying, hey, this is my spot?
Nope.
You can't have a talk. I think it's time for you to find a new spot.
Yep.
Is there a way that somebody could come to you?
No.
Well, I mean, it's like you can't be bribed?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you really, really want your spot, I think you've got to, because it's unreasonable. You're absolutely right. And I know I'm that guy. I get so mad when we have construction in this building, and the construction people park here. They don't know that's my spot, but it's so frustrating when you get in the morning and everything you've been used to, and all of a sudden, what the F, pal? You just I get so mad about it.
The times where I've probably pulled up and someone's in my unofficial spot, which I think we all have. Yeah. I remember I'm like, who the F is this person? And I'm like,
I get
wait
so
a second.
mad.
They clearly don't know it's my spot because the spot was empty, and that's why they parked in it. I can park in the spot right next, and I won't park in the spot right next to it. I'll park one spot over. I'm like, I'm not even going to give them... I don't even know what. My car is not going to be friends with your car. I don't even know why. What is my rationale for this? But I'm not even going to park next to you.
It's territorial. It's lizard brain, baby.
But it's so dumb because now I'm gotten to the point where it's I'm just going to take over. I'll just park wherever the hell I want to park. Why am I getting so upset about a parking spot?
Well, I think I'd bribe somebody.
With what? What would be a good bribe? What if all of a sudden Danny? All right, Danny, you would want money?
Yeah, I would want money.
I would say, hey, dude, breakfast on me 1 day a week if you don't park in my spot.
For how long? 1 day a week?
If you just don't park in my spot.
What if somebody else parks in that spot?
Well, it's not his fault.
See, if it's 1 day a week, I'm parking in that spot 4 other days that week.
Okay, then you know what? Then I crash into your car because you're unreasonable. Here I am trying to be reasonable.
I'll get in cahoots with another coworker in a parking spot, so we'll all get breakfast.
Okay, so at this point, am I really the jerk here?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not when you two are all of a sudden. I've offered you something. You still could say no. You go, no, I really like that spot. That's not enough. And then you negotiate. And then at that point, I might go, you've just shown me I shouldn't care about that spot because you're an idiot.
So instead, why don't you just leave a deuce on the unofficial spot taker's hood? That's always a very reasonable and logical way to go about it. And mature.
That's, by the way, I would like to think that texter is really a fan of you. I'm not taking that as one of my fans. That's one of the Steve.
Oh, I
Steve
definitely would embrace that person.
Yeah, that's the Steve.
I've been guilty of encouraging.
So you don't think one day a week buy the guy breakfast is enough to have him park somewhere else?
I think it's definitely totally fine.
I think it's fine, but I think you're a weirdo for doing it. I'll take it. But I'm gonna be like, this guy is so weird. Like he's giving me breakfast so I don't park in his unofficial parking
But we all
spot.
know what it's like to have your unofficial spot taken.
Yeah,
we all understand it.
You take the other spot.
Yeah, but this person is like, you know what? I'm doing something about it to get what I want in my life.
I think you just got to change your way, man. Just like take whatever spot. Like just change it
I hate
up.
that.
Don't be a creature of habit. Like change up the routine.
No.
Makes you think differently, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. You two guys that want to basically wear you with the black T-shirts because you don't want to fill up your mind. I'm that way about a parking spot. I want to know that that's my spot. I don't have to worry about anything else, just like you want to know that you can just pick out your clothes and not put any
But we
brain
get here
power
so
towards it.
early that there's just a plethora of spots.
Plethora.
I know.
I can't
Sure.
take
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I realized it was wrong.
Yeah,
I was just going to say it.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I rest my case. I realize now you've taught me. Why am I arguing with you?
Oh, the plethora is a spot.
I got caught arguing with
that
I shouldn't be arguing with.
Put your plethora away.
So I think we'll.
I don't think you should talk to the guy. He's going to think you're the weirdest dude ever.
You
You're
understand,
like,
plethora? Hey, plethora, I'm done talking to you. I am not going to answer
That's
anymore.
why I'm talking to Danny right now.
Don't talk to Danny. He's the choir you're preaching to. He's part of the plethora choir. That's
I gotta ask what's worse because I get a little annoyed. There's one car that will sometimes park in my unofficial spot, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. They were here first. But what pisses me off is sometimes that car will take up 2 spots.
Well, anyone who takes up 2 spots sucks as a person.
And that infuriates me.
Is that when you take a dump on their hood?
That's when I think about it, but then it's
Plethora
like,
of dumps.
why didn't I save it until I got here? Yeah.
Okay, Vicky, if somebody caught Vicky trying to take a dump on somebody's car, that would be, but I think that might be viral. I think that we can go viral with
today.
that.
She was.
Yeah.
Dude,
She was arrested.
That happened once. I jokingly said it to a listener back when I worked at the end. They're like, what do I have to do to win these Green Day tickets at the Tacoma Dome? I'm like, you got to just go poop on the KISS 106 van over there. Not kidding you.
Why would you say that?
30 minutes later, him and his friends are running for dear life going, we did it! We did it! And I'm like, no. I'm like, oh no! And I said, find me somewhere, I'll get you the tickets, but I'm not running with you guys.
Wow. That's another one of your genius ideas.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't mean it. I was joking. I didn't think someone literally would step on their van and poop on it.
Well, again, this is why, people hire you because of your plethora of great concert ticket giving away.
Well, who the hell are they to be at our concert? They parked in our spot.
Okay. And there's your bow. Here's a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and a password have in common? I'll tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a password have in common?
Probably should have been changed a long time ago.
Yeah. We didn't want to bring it up in front of you.
Oh, one texter says,
I'm aware.
Steve likes to incorporate 69 with both.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, he does.
That's very true. Both are very annoying when you have to change either one every few months.
Mm-hmm.
And both are used on multiple platforms.
I don't know if you know this, Steve. How'd you miss this? Today's World Password Day.
I saved it for now.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Return of the Fifth, nerds.
It's also National Oyster Day for us slurpers out there.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, this is the most important day where you're supposed to make sure all your passwords are really secure enough. It doesn't matter. Can I tell you it doesn't matter? Because somebody gets hacked. no matter what your password is, one of your institutions gets hacked, and then you have to change it anyway.
It's always just one old family member that sends me something that was like clearly like a phishing scam, and I'm like, I'm not clicking on this, and then 10 minutes later go, I was hacked. I'm like, no S.
Oh, really? Yeah, Grandpa, not surprised. Speaking
Is Booty Slayer 6969 all one word a good password?
Yes, it is. As long as you make the booty zeros. As long as if the O's are zeros, you're safe.
And don't forget a question mark at the end.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ryan Castle, there's no question he's got a 12-pack. That is next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I feel like my wife would freak out more about a spider than an alligator.
Really? Well, that's amazing if that's true.
Well, she comes from a family of crocodile hunters. So there's.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that.
Yeah,
Dundee was her last name, wasn't it?
That was her maiden name.
Yeah,
Sid
Dundee.
Sid Dundee.
Yeah, there we go. That's a great name. She really lost out when she had to take Miggs' last name.
And I proposed that we do like a hyphenated thing and be Sid Dun Miggs, but she didn't want to do that.
I'm telling you, kids, you don't get this kind of entertainment.
I mean, you can get better if you pay for it, but this is what you get when you get.
That is a good point.
Free radio.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.